What's up guys, welcome back. Today's tutorial is going to be on this very sultry, smoky eye tutorial. I love the way it turned out. It is inspired by the beautiful Priyanka Chopra. I've been wanting to recreate one of her looks for a long time now, so I'm glad it's finally happening. I think it's perfect for a night out. You can wear this pretty much to a lot of different occasions. It's not too much. As you can see, the focus is really just on the eyes, and the skin is just so beautiful and natural. Not a lot going on with blush. It's very dewy. I love the look. I hope you guys enjoy it too, so let's get started. All right, I'm gonna start with my primer, and I'm gonna go in with the Korres Greek Yogurt Smoothie Primer. I love this because it's so hydrating, and it's really good for sensitive skin too, because it doesn't have too many crazy chemicals. If you have pores, I recommend a second primer. This is by Dr. Brand. I've talked about this before. It is called Pores No More. It's very dirty. I apologize. If you have pores, especially around this area I have pores, and then I have acne scars around here, so I just like to apply it wherever I have some bumps and texture on my skin. So then for my foundation, I'm going to go in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and my shade is in 6.5. So I'm just using a kabuki brush, and you guys always ask what it is. It's the double-ended kabuki brush by IT Cosmetics. And if you guys watched the best way to apply foundation, you would have seen this. But if you didn't, I will link that video down below. For my concealer, I'm going to use two shades. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard and Vanilla. Custard is just great for around this area, and then Vanilla really close to my bottom lash line because it just highlights those areas very well. And I feel like in the photo, her under eye area is really well highlighted. And now I'm just going to use a beauty blender and blend this in place. So I'm not going to powder this too much, but I am going to go ahead and use a little bit of translucent powder under my eye so that it doesn't crease, because realistically, your under eye area will crease if you don't set it in place. Before I apply highlight and contour, I'm going to go ahead and use this Fix Plus because this is going to make my skin nice and dewy, just like hers is in the photo. So now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my skin, and this has been my favorite highlighter. I talked about it on my blog as one of my favorite products of February, and I'm still loving it so much. This is by Dior. It is number 003. So I'm just gonna apply this with a fluffy brush on the high points of my cheeks, and as you can see, it's a subtle highlighter. It's not going to be one of those like really blinding highlighters unless, of course, you build it, but that's kind of what I like. I like a really subtle glow. So now that we have the highlighter on, I'm gonna go ahead and apply bronzer. Now, again, she doesn't have like a prominent contour going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a cream product to make sure that it's nice and natural. This is by Benefit. It is the Quickie Contour Stick. This is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on the hollows of my cheeks, and then to just correct my nose a little bit and contour that, the sides of my nose, my forehead, my jawline to slim it down. Then of course you wanna go ahead and blend this in place. I like to use the same kabuki brush. So it doesn't look like Priyanka has any prominent blush going on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of bronzer, and this is by Too Faced. It is the Sun Bunny Bronzer. And just apply this on the apples of my cheeks and sort of blend it up. So Priyanka naturally has beautiful brows, and they're really nice and thick. So I'm gonna try to fill in my sparse areas and also make my brows a little bit thicker. For her eyes, it looks like they've used a combination of creamy eyeshadows, maybe some powder, but it looks very creamy to me from the photo. So I'm gonna go ahead and use both creams and powders to kind of achieve a similar look. So I'm gonna go in with this Caviar Stick by Laura Mercier. They have several different shades. This one's called Amethyst. I'm just gonna apply this all over the eyelids. And then I'm also gonna take this to the bottom lash line. So then you just wanna use a fluffy brush and sort of blend all of the harsh edges to make sure that it's nice and seamless. So she has a brown eyeliner on the inner rim, and it looks like it's almost like a golden brown, and so I'm gonna go ahead and use this Marc Jacobs brown liner because this looks identical to what she has on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on the inner rim. And I'm also gonna take this to the bottom lash line. Then I'm gonna also take this to the top lash line. And again, you can be very messy with this because we are gonna blend this. And then of course, if you want this to last, you can apply either a translucent powder on top of this to kind of set it in place, or you can also use just any brown powdered eyeshadow to really set this in place. So then I'm going to use a damp brush and then dip it into the same highlighter that I used on my face and apply this on the inner corners, again, just to give it that nice pop of highlight. Next, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply several coats of mascara. She doesn't have any false lashes on, so we're going to keep it that way. Okay, so for my mascara, I'm going to go in with the brand new Dewy mascara. I've been so excited about this because this little dent, you can actually feel the brush and warm it up so that you get the most amount of product on the brush. Her lashes look very almost like messy, grungy. I love that. And so I'm trying to apply several coats for that reason too, so that it looks just like her photo. So I'm applying a little bit of that light color just really close to the lash line, just on the center, because it looks like she's got a little bit of highlight there. So you have to be very careful. I think it's best to do this before you apply the mascara. I just realized the highlight after I put the mascara. I'm like, something's missing. For my lips, I'm gonna go in with this Tarte brand new, it's the Lip Architect. They just came out, I believe, with these. And so the color that I'm gonna use is Muse, and it's a double-ended product. She's got a very beautiful, sort of rosy, peachy color on. So let's see. Oh yeah, this is very similar, but hers is darker, so I'm gonna darken it. This is a Maybelline lip liner in the color 120 Rich Chocolate. So the last thing that I'm gonna do is just make the outer corners just a bit darker with a really dark brown eyeshadow, just because I don't know if it's the shadow, but I feel like her outer corners are just a tad bit darker. So that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and also what celebrity look you want to see next. It could be a celebrity or a non-celebrity. You could always hashtag me at Simply Sona so that I can take a look at it. I'm always looking for ideas to film, so help a girl out. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
No coffee. No sugar.
I need sugar. Let's see how long I can keep up with this no sugar, because I am losing my mind. I don't want to be like dead filming a makeup tutorial. Nobody wants to see that, trust me.